Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 826, restarting after a break. And I'm talking an extended break, like 1 year, 2 years. Something happened in your life and you just had to stop everything and go focus on something else. Way cool. It's fine. Well, the good news is you're not starting over because you have product on the shelves. You have a backlist. You also have the experience of what you did the first time around. So how do you leverage that? What did you do right from before? Did you build a readership and then you didn't send a newsletter for 2 years? That's fine. You'll have to rebuild the readership, but you may actually have a little traction as long as you still have those emails somewhere. So that's also an important safety tip. Back up your emails no matter which list you're on, whether you're using MailChimp, MailerLite, or whatever system. Always back them up, put them on your hard drive, and save them just in case you take an extended break and then later. So important safety tip there. Save all your stuff to a remote drive, not just the cloud, but a local drive like a thumb drive or something like that. So you've got them later. All right. So what'd you do right from before? Do more of that. What'd you do wrong from before? Do less of that. And you might not have done anything wrong, really, as you're building a readership. It's just you fell off. So you're like, oh, I stopped publishing, so that's what I did wrong. Great, you're fixing that now in a relative way. You're starting over, even though you're not. So understand that readership turns over every 1 to 2 years. This is from the main paid newsletter promotions that you can get into. They say, hey, and BookBub will tell you every 6 months, they get a nice refresh on readership. So when you send out a newsletter, if you get a BookBub featured deal, and then 6 months later, you get another BookBub featured deal, you're not going to see that much of a drop necessarily, depending on the target audience. So if you switch it up, if you go from science fiction to action adventure to thriller, you're not going to see any change, really. Those are different lists. All good news for starting over. Well, if it's been a couple years and you want to write the next book in that series that you kind of left hanging, well, go back to the first book, reread it, fix it if it has some issues, and then reissue it, even with the same ASIN, put a new cover on it, and start fresh, but not. So once again, you've got a big leg up. Just make sure you put in the blurb that, hey, this is a reissue of this book with some minor changes or major changes, whatever they may be. Explain it right up front, and then move forward, write that new book. So I like the rewrite, rework the last book. If you have a series or if you have standalones that are in the same genre, find one that you really like and do that one. Give it a little juice it up, reread it, rewrite it. And if it doesn't need any of that, then write the next one and exploit that. Use that first one, hit a lot of promotions, get it out there. So if you're starting over and you have no money, well, then you got to start slow. You got to build readership, go to social media, find those readers from before and say, hey, I'm back. Sorry about this. Mea culpa. I am back writing books. Here's my next work. Here's when I think it'll be done. Here's my last work that I touched up. And there you go. It's on sale. Please join me again. Drop it to 99 cents worldwide and let it roll. Because if you haven't published for 2 years, you're making nothing off those books, probably, most likely making nothing. So 99-cent sale, 35 cents, it's better than nothing. And it might get you a reader. And that's what we're trying to do is rebuild our readership. But you're starting over, but you're not starting from scratch. And that is the important safety tip. So don't take it like, oh my God, I took 2 years off. I'm horrible. I tanked my career. No, you've got backlist. As opposed to the new author who has to build that readership from the ground up. Different challenges, but still a similar approach to let's go here. But you have the experience of which readers like your books. So find readers afresh through fellow authors. Hey, there's a huge author community out there, huge author communities. Find the right one for you, join it, and get to know those people. Say, hey, I've got a few books. Oh, and then leverage your way up. I know an author who had 60-some books, who had a serious medical condition, couldn't publish, couldn't write for years, and now has come back, got those 60 books, got her into the right groups, and all of a sudden, hey, taken off again. That's how you do it. Don't ever alienate, don't ever burn your bridges. And if you did, well, mea culpa. All you can do is say, I'm sorry, and try to live to a better standard. And then write new words. The most important thing an author can do is write. Tell them what the new story is and deliver. Do what you say you're going to do. This is how you build trust with the new or rejuvenated readership is, hey, my next book, I'm writing it right now. I'm halfway done. I'll be done in a month, and I'm not going to publish it for 6 months to make sure that I'm giving you the best I can give you. And then I'm going to write the next one and the next one and let them know and then do it. Don't string them along. Hey, I'm back in the game. I'm writing this next book and then never deliver it. Yeah, you'll tank your career if you do a rebound and then screw all your readers. They won't like that, and they won't come back from that. So it's restarting after a break. You're kind of restarting, but you're not starting from scratch. Understand that you've already had some kind of success, some platform. Leverage what worked right, fix what didn't work right, but what didn't work well, and then move forward. It's the only way we can go. Peace, fellow humans.